If you are looking for a fully funded scholarship as an undergrad student here in the US and you have already written your SAT score or your ACT score and you had a good grade for that and your WASI and high school transcripts are so good, here are some 4 universities that you can get a fully funded scholarship as an undergraduate student here in the US. I've said the times with that number that, especially as an undergrad here in the US, if you're looking for a fully funded scholarship, it is inherent of you to write the SAT score or the ACT score, because many schools that offer a fully funded scholarship for undergrad students, they will base it based on your ACT or your SAT score. So if you have not written the SAT score or ACT score, you are looking forward to come here in the US and study as a bachelor student, then please advise yourself, go and write the SAT score. And don't just write it, make sure you are getting a good grade, and then coupled with your high school transcript or your high school grade, it will help you get a fully funded scholarship here in the US. Let's jump into the 4 schools that you can get a fully funded scholarship as an undergraduate student who has already written his SAT score and had good grade for that. So let's jump into it. Guys, so the first school we are going to look at is the Alabama State University. So this is the university, which is the Alabama State University. You can go there and read a lot about their program, their history. This is a nice video. You can enjoy that. But then let's jump straight into business. Let's click on these 3 dots you can see here and then find financial aid here. Let's tap on it, and then if you want to look at the cost, you can do that. Financial aid, a lot of information are here, but let's just go straight into the scholarship aspect. So let's click on scholarships, and then this page opens for us. Here there are a lot of things you can read. So apart from the scholarship you want to look at, you would want to look at other things, new student orientation and stuff, athletics. If you're good in sports and other stuff, you can look into that. But then we are looking for the scholarship, so let's come down and then we can read more here. So this these 2 tabs, the Marion automatic scholarship and then the competitive merit scholarship. Let's first look at the automatic scholarship they do give here in Alabama State University. So when we come down, we can read a lot about it. This is for in-state alone, and then here is for out of state. So in this particular university, international students are categorized under out of state. So basically it's in-state and out of state. If you're an international student, you also fall under out of state. So here is the heritage scholarship, which is 12,000 students given out, and then they have grades actually. So the next one is the dreamer, which is $10,000, and then the next one is the promise, and these are based on your grades. You get it? So based on your grade, you either qualify for the heritage, the dreamers, or the promise. So that is how it works here. If you go down, you see another one here, and then here is the rubric. So basically this is how you can identify yourself using your GPA. You get it? So based on the categories here, if you look at your GPA, where you fall, then you can identify. This is just the automatic scholarship you get when you're admitted into Alabama State University. So let's go back and look at how you can get a fully funded scholarship. No, let me just go back. Okay. So let's click on the competitive merit scholarship. And I'm doing this video with my phone so that anyone who has not got a laptop can also do it on his or her phone. So let's click on the competitive merit scholarships and then scroll down just like we did. Okay, so here comes the competitive scholarships here in the university, which is the Alabama State University. Now, the one I'm curious about is the presidential scholarship. So this is it, but let's go down and see where the figures actually fall. But here is what you have to do to qualify for the scholarship and what you have to do to keep it for the remaining years whilst you'll be in school. So this is that. You can come and read it for yourself, but let's look at the benefits here. So they said the presidential scholarship pays full tuition, books, required fees, and on-campus room and board for 8 semesters. So meaning that for the whole full year, for the whole 4 years you'll be on campus, this scholarship will cover your tuition, will cover all your fees, will cover your campus, your rent, and your books and everything for 4 years. That is basically what it says. And the grade you have to keep is that you have to have a GPA of 3.7. That's in your high school grading. You have 3.76, and then on the scale of 4, and then you have written a SAT score, and then you have a grade of 1240. You get it, or 1,400, sorry, 1,240. So if you have written an ACT, then you should have a grade of at least 26. But if you have written a SAT score, you should have a grade of 1,240. So if you have written your SAT score already, I know Ghana, many people do write the SAT and not the ACT. But if you have written your ACT and you got a grade higher than 26, you qualify for this scholarship. And then if also you have written your SAT score and you had any grade which is higher than 1240 or 1,240, you also qualify for the presidential scholarship. Now, that notwithstanding, if your grade is lower, here are also some other scholarship you can qualify for. So the next one is the Academic Excellence Scholarship. So that one is also a step below. Here, your GPA should be ranging between 3.51 and then 3.75 on the scale of 4. And then your SAT score should be 1160 or 1160. And then your ACT score, if you have written ACT rather, then your score should be 22 or higher. So with that, you can qualify for this particular scholarship. Let's look at the benefit here. So here it covers your full tuition, your required fees, your books, and for a maximum of 8 semesters. As since you are in school, you get it. So if you are transferring, then it will be for 6 semesters. But if you are applying as a freshman, it covers it for your entire years. That is the 4 years you'll be on campus. So that is the benefit of this particular scholarship, and this is the grade required for you to enter. And when you go down, also there is also another package for someone who had a much lesser grade. So here is 3.0 to 3.5. And if you wrote an ACT and your score was 1020 or 1020, or you wrote an ACT and your score was 20, then you qualify for the Academic Incentive Scholarship, which also covers your pays your full tuition and gives you $500 for books. You get it, for the entire 4 years you'll be on campus, or the 8 semesters you'll be on campus. So this should tell you clearly that if you wrote the SAT score and you didn't really get the highest of grades, don't worry about that. If only you got something more than 10, 20, or 1,020, then you also qualify for this particular scholarship. So you can go ahead and read other ones, but then my focus more is on how you can get a fully funded scholarship. Here they have the Back and Go scholarship, which is also going a step below. You get it, your SAT should be 940. So in this particular university, no matter the grade you had, and I believe probably you got more than 1,000, you get it, meaning that you qualify for this particular scholarship, or at least one of these scholarships listed here on the page of Alabama State University. So guys, if you have written your SAT score, you had a good grade, you can stand a good chance of getting a fully funded scholarship here in Alabama State University. Okay, guys, so the next university we are going to look at is the University of Vermont. Now, this is a really beautiful university. Trust me, you would love it. So let's jump into business. Let's click on the 3 dots, click on admissions, and then go down here and look at what they have for us. So let's scroll down and until we see affordability. Let's click on the type of aid in this university. But before we can understand the aid they are offering us, it will be better for us to look at their tuition fees first, and then we can really understand that. So let's click on menu. Let's come down and then click on cost of attendance or cost of attending, and then look at undergraduate tuition fee. So let's click on that. And then we go down here, let's click on rates for out of state. So for this university too, international students are categorized under out of state. So let's click on that, and then the page opens. So here, let's do a little mathematics here. Mostly for undergraduate students, your courses you'll be doing for a semester will be either 15 or 12. So between 12 and 15. So looking at this critically, it falls under the second line. That is from 12 to 19 credit hours. So for this, tuition is 21,362, and then this is for comprehensive fee, and then this is also for other fees, and then the last line is for your housing and food for living on campus. So that, I think the main figures here are the housing and food plus the tuition. So if you should add 21,000 to 6,000, we are talking somewhere 28,000 or 27,000 something. So let's take the value as 28,000 in this particular university as your total cost of attendance. Now, with this background, let's go back and go and look at the package they have for us on this page. So let's click on types of aid here, and then let's go down until we can identify explore scholarships. So let's click on explore scholarships in this university. Go down until we see out of state or out of state residents and international students. So let's click on that, and then this page opens. Let's go down until we see these. So these are the scholarships that international students and those who are out of state qualify for. So as an international student, these are the scholarships you can apply for in this institution. Let's click on the presidential scholarship. That's my biggest focus. So here the presidential scholarship value given is okay. So let's read the second bullet. So presidential scholarship or scholars are awarded a 4-year, that is 8-semester merit scholarship, which ranges from 18,000 to 25,000 annually. Do you get it? You get it. So, and no separate application is required. You don't really need any separate application before you can enter into this particular scholarship. So here, the maximum they can give you is 25,000. So you let's capitalize on the 25,000, which is the highest package. So imagine you are being given 25,000, and when we looked at the total cost earlier, the total cost in this school was somewhere within 28,000. So let's say your total cost is 28,000 and you get 25,000, then your deficit will be just around 3,000 or less than 3,000, which is really, really, really very good for you to go in as an international student going to the embassy for your visa. So this is one thing I really want you to capitalize on as an international student applying into the University of Vermont. You can also look at the trustee scholarship and see that is a step below the presidential scholarship. So here they give between $10,000 and $14,000 annually for 4 years whilst you are in this particular university. So guys, this is the opportunity also at the University of Vermont, where you can get up to 25,000, where your total cost of attendance is somewhere within 28,000. So this is a very good opportunity for you to capitalize on at the University of Vermont. So the next institution we are going to talk about is the Wesleyan University. So this is the beautiful campus of Wesleyan University. Now, let me say this thing, that Wesleyan University is really expensive. Really, really expensive. So if you apply to this school and you're not getting a scholarship, I will not advise you as someone coming from Africa or Ghanaian or a Nigerian to go ahead and pursue this. Now let's go and look at something from this university. Let's first look at their tuition first. It's really expensive. So if you don't get a fully funded scholarship or you don't really get a good funding package here, I would not advise you to still go ahead and come to this university. So let's click on affordability and aid here, and then go down until we can identify the tuition fee for this particular university. So, okay, let's keep going down. Let's go down still. Okay, tuition and fees. So, open tuition and fee. And then you can see tuition alone is $69,000. This is for a year. So the total cost in this school is somewhere $92,000. It is really expensive. So if you're not getting any scholarship, or the scholarship I'm going to talk about in this particular university, I won't advise you to come to this particular university. So to identify the scholarship, let's click on the 3 dots here, and then click on financial aid process. Let's click on that. And then this page opens for us. Okay, so let's keep going on until we get here. So we can now see international students. Let's click on that, and then it's going to open the international page for us. So here are some key dates. You can see January 1st and then January 15th. So you have enough time to still apply to this particular university. So let's read something here. So it said the Wesleyan University 100% blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's not really my focus. Let's click on the African Scholars Program. You can see the last red line. Let's click on that, and then this page opens for us. So this is the African Scholars Program. Let's go down. Okay, so when we go down, it says that citizens and permanent residents of Africa's 54 countries who are applying to Wesleyan as financial aid seeking candidates will be considered for the scholarship, which is the program they are talking about. And then it is they award this scholarship to 10 students. That is a huge number. And this is a fully funded scholarship that covers everything in this particular university. So we saw their total cost about 90 something thousand. So if you qualify for this particular program, then you would be given the opportunity to go to this school for free. This is really an expensive school, but you will end up going it for free. And they don't really demand any special application. Just putting in the application from Ghana qualifies you. So if you have written a SAT score and your WASI results and everything is good, you stand a very good chance. And the most important thing is that they're admitting 10 students, or they are giving this award to 10 students. So when you go to the international page, you can see Ghana is fully represented. Now, this is a professor of dance in this particular university. He's a Ghanaian, so that's him. And then, even as a student, another Ghanaian was presented. So this is he's from Ghana. This is Ferdinand Quayson, who is also from Ghana in this university. So this school is really represented by many Ghanaians. So if you're interested, apply to the Wesleyan University, put in the good work. Like I showed you earlier, their fee is really expensive. So if you do not get that scholarship, then you would be lacking a lot. But one thing I saw is that this school also has they are on the CSS profile. Let me go back and then show you about that one also. The school is on the CSS profile. So you can, if you apply to this school, you did not get enough scholarship, you can apply to the CSS profile and then get extra scholarship. So yeah, this school has the CSS profile. So after applying, if you have scholarship and it's not really enough, you can come here, sign on to the CSS profile, and look forward to getting extra scholarship. It's a long question they do ask you in the CSS profile, and there are other profile as well. So you just find out if international students do qualify, then you apply to them in making sure you get extra scholarship. So that is the Wesleyan University. So the fourth and final institution I will talk about is the Grambling State University. I mean, many of you might have heard about this school already, and you know how system works here. So let's go down straight to the point and go to admissions. Let's click on admissions, and then we can choose to look at their tuition fee and stuff, but let's go straight into the scholarships. So let's click on scholarships and then scroll down and look at what they have for us. So this is for this is the scholarship available in this school. So the first one is the in-state, and then we have the out-of-state. So international student is also categorized here as well. So if you look at the left side, you can see the criteria. You can see you have ACT and then SAT. So if you wrote ACT, then they expect you to have 28, and then if you wrote SAT, they expect you to have 1300 or 1300, and then a GPA of 3.5 or more, and then you can read the package aligned here. So for academic achievement scholarship, that is 7,682, and then they give you room and board. Charges are also inclusive if you choose to stay on campus. There is this out-of-state tuition waiver, but it doesn't automatically apply. So I mean, there will still be the need for you to communicate, for you to reach out, for you to do one or two things and get it done. And I must say that I know a lot of people who came through Grambling State University during the fall semester of 2024, and many of them had fully funded scholarship to come here in the US. And funny enough, everyone wrote the SAT score. Everyone wrote the SAT score. So if only you are interested in coming to Grambling State and getting a fully funded scholarship, then you have to write the SAT score. And not just writing, like I said earlier, you have to make sure you are writing and getting a good score for that. Now, when you go a step below, you can see ACT is 20 5 to 27, and then the SAT is 1200 to 1290, and then your GPA has to be 3.0 or more, and it comes a step below. That's 24 for ACT, and then 1160 to 1190 for the SAT, and that still has the same GPA as 3.0, and so on and so forth. So this is Grambling State University. If you are transferring to, this is the offer they have for you. So like I said, I know many people who came through Grambling State for fall 2024, and many of them had a fully funded scholarship. So if you're interested, like I've said earlier, you're an undergrad student, you're coming to the US to study, you're interested in getting scholarship, then it is very good for you to write the SAT or the ACT score, and make sure you're getting a good grade for that. And like I always say, I can't wait to see you in the US. Put in the good work and pray to God for the rest. Have a wonderful day. Bye.